Okay. Lay down on the mat. Knees bent if you have any tension on the lumbar spine. Otherwise, legs straight and roll outward. Roll the arms outward. Keep the shoulder blades as much as you can flat onto the ground. Push the back of the head away from the shoulder to lengthen your whole spine, but especially the cervical part. Close your eyes and allow your body to soften, to let go. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into the skull. Relax the skin of your face. Unclench your jaw and let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, your neck and shoulders, arms, forearms and hands. Relax your back, the muscles of your back and your spine, vertebra per vertebra. Relax your belly and the whole abdominal area. Relax your hips, your groins. Relax your legs, knees, ankles and feet. Bring your attention into your breathing cycle and observe every aspect of your breath. Which part of your body moves the most, chest or belly? If both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Inhalation and exhalation have the same length, or one of them is naturally longer. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation, small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the 4 phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause. And there to observe. Is one of the 2 poses longer? Observe also belly throat. Remain relaxed and open even during the poses. 3 more observing breaths. At the end of the 3rd, take control and deepen your breath. Still keeping it easy, soft, but allow your breath to become longer, deeper. And while breathing deeply, observe your body expanding with every inhalation. Observe the ribs moving closer together and the navel moving down toward the spine with every exhalation. Keep your breath deep but easy. The navel move up when you inhale, when you take air into your lungs, and move down toward the spine with every exhalation. The navel move up when you inhale and down when you exhale. Observe the chest moving with every inhalation or exhalation. And now still keeping your breath deep but easy. Try and observe if you can sense any difference between left and right side of your lungs. Maybe you will feel one part of your rib cage opening easier, moving easier compared to the other part. Just become aware of every small difference. The ribs move away from each other with every inhalation and closer to each other with every exhalation. Observe which part of your body, which part of your rib cage you feel easier to move. Observe if there is a difference between left and right. Become aware of your own body. And if you sense a difference between left and right, try to balance. Try to keep the expansion of your rib cage equal from left to right. For doing so, you can focus on expanding first the part of your chest, that you can feel a little bit tighter. Keep your breath deep but easy. Take an awareness of every small difference from left to right. And keeping left and right as much as you can equal. Keep on deepening your breath. 3 more breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, start breathing mainly on your left side. So even if it's hard, try and focus on opening more and more the left side of your chest and activating even the muscles of your rib cage to move the ribs closer together, especially on the left side. So focus on moving a little bit more the left side of your chest. The right side can move. It's really hard to really focus on just one part, but try and move more on the left side of your chest. If you want to, you can put your hands on the lateral side of your chest. Bring your awareness even more to the movement of your chest. Use the muscles of your rib cage to expand more and more the left side of your body. One more time. Now, I want you to move the right side of your body in exactly the same way. Keeping as much as you can the left side still and expanding and contracting, especially the right side of your chest. Even if it seems impossible, become aware of every small movement of your chest. Taking consciousness and taking control of your own body. Keep on expanding the right side of your body, of your chest. Keeping the left one as much as you can still. Do it at the best of your capacity. This control of your breath is a hard one. But as you can maybe sense, maybe you can feel, you can control it. Even if at the beginning, the control can be hard and the movement can be really minimal. But focus on the difference. Focus on moving more and more the right side of your chest, keeping the left side as much as you can still. Last moments, one more breath. Now, I want you to equalize right and left side. To do so, you can focus first on the part of your chest that you can sense more tightness in order to expand this side a little bit more. And once that you feel that the left side is open equally compared to the right side, keep right and left side equal and keep on expanding your chest. Keep a deep but easy breath, expanding equally the right and left side of your chest. Taking control of those small parts of your body. Not a gross control, but a precise one, a subtle one. One more deep breath. And now go back to your normal breath. Let it flow freely. And even there, become aware of a difference. It is normal to have a bit of difference between right and left side. Each side is linked with several aspects. Masculine energy and feminine energy. Yin and Yang, Shiva and Shakti. What we're working on is to balance those two forces. But first, you have to take awareness about your starting position, your starting condition. Now, breathe first on the belly and then on the chest. Keeping a deep breath, but yes, keeping it easy. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale freely. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhaling freely. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale freely. And still keeping this breath. Take control of your right and left side. Keeping both sides as much as you can equal. So inhale, belly, chest. Keeping the expansion equal on right and left side. Exhale freely. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale freely. Inhale, belly, chest. Still keeping right and left side as much as I can equal. Exhale freely. One more time. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale freely. Go back to a normal breath. Let it flow freely. And really slowly. Bend your knees and roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before sitting comfortably in a cross-legged position. Okay. Put your hands right over your knees. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, and create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Create a fluid movement. Do it softly. Just to add a bit of movement to your spine, just to wake up your spine. Then also on the other side, and observe if there is any difference between the two movements. Okay, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, put your left hand down on the ground, quite close to the buttocks. Roll the left arm outward, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, lift your right arm up. Push with the left hand against the ground like you want to lift the left side of your hip. Push the right thumb back and the right hand to the left. So there's a little bit of torsion and a stretch on the right side of your torso. Breathe deeply, especially on your chest. And relax. You may feel a sort of cramps in this area. You may feel or not. In case it's normal. Put your right hand down on the ground quite close to the buttocks. Roll the right arm outward, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, lift your left arm up. Start pushing with your right hand down on the ground, kind of lifting the right side of your hips. Push the left thumb back and the left hand to the right. Look up, 3 breaths. And come back. Create circles with your hips and lumbar spine a little bit wider than before, but still keeping it easy. Turn also on the other side. Focus the movement on the lumbar spine, not on the shoulders. Okay. Now, left hand on the right knee. Get a good grip. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down. Push the right knee down. And still keeping this good grip, lift the right arm up and move the right hand to the left, still pushing the right knee down to keep you stable and stretching the right side of it also. Look up, 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, come back to center and change side. So right hand outside of your left knee. Get a good grip. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down. Lift the left arm up. Push the left knee down and move the left hand to the right. Push the thumb back. Look up, 3 breaths. And at the end of the 3rd breath, come back to center. Again, put your hands over your knees and create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Do it quite wide, but softly. Turn also on the other side. Good. Now sit on the back of the mat, on your on your heels, but with the knees as wide as the mat. Put your hands down. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Walk forward with your hands. Put your head down on the ground. Close your eyes. And there, focus on the breath again. Feel the expansion of your rib cage. Inhale deeply. Exhale with a long exhalation. And even then, observe if there's any difference between right and left side of your chest. If so, try to equalize the right and left side. Three breaths. At the end of the third breath, start walking with both hands to the right, on the side of your mat. Keeping the chest as much as you can low. When you reach your maximum, bring the right hand closer to the right knee and start pushing with both knee and hand against the ground to push the chest to the left and stretch from the armpit to the hip. Feel the stretch on the left side of your torso and observe that it can deepen the stretch by breathing deeper. Come back to the starting position and observe briefly the difference between the left and right side. You may feel more freedom in the left side of your torso. And again, working toward the equalization of right and left side. Walk with both hands to the left, still keeping the chest as much as you can down to the ground and in between the legs. When you reach your maximum, bring the left hand close to the left knee and start pushing with both knee and hand against the ground to stretch deeper the right side of your torso. And if you want to breathe even deeper, you can feel a deeper stretch on the right side of the torso. Last moments. And back to center. Breathe deeply. And come back. Walking back with your hands. Put your hands over the knees and create circles with your hips along the spine. Find a fluid movement, both on one side and on the other side. Okay, hands down on the ground, quite close to the knees. Inhale, tilt your hip forward, arch your spine, push the chest in between the arms, push your shoulders back, and look a little bit higher than your eye level. Exhale around your spine, tilt your hip backward, push with the hands against the ground and look down. Inhale, tilt your hip forward, arch your spine and look up. Exhale, round your spine and look down. Two more times. Inhale, arch your spine and look up. Push the chest in between the arms. Exhale, round your spine and look down. And one more time. Inhale, arch your spine and look up. Exhale, round your spine and look down. Okay. Now, keep the knees together. Put your hands over the knees And create again circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Do it a little bit wider, moving also the shoulders and the head. And also on the other side. And now, still seated on your heels, put your left hand down on the ground. So feel that you're already stretching the right side of your torso, just a tiny bit. Now I want you to push the hip to the right, deepening the stretch in this area. Lift the right arm up and move it to the left. Look up. Push the arm a little bit back in order to be able to see the sky or the roof. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, come back to center. And now let's stretch the left side. So right hand down on the ground, quite close to the buttocks. Move the hip to the left. Deepening already the stretch around the hip. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down. Lift your left arm up. And still pushing with your right hand against the ground. Move the left arm to the right. Push the arm back, look up, and push the hip to the left to deepen the stretch. 3 breaths. And at the end of the 3rd, come back to center. Create circles with your hips and lumbar spine again, both on one side and on the other side. I need to let my dog out because otherwise it keeps on just rolling. Up. Okay, sorry. Now, from this position, lift your hip, straighten your right leg out to the side. The right foot is roughly at 45 degrees. Okay. Tilt your hip backwards. So lift your pubis, move the navel toward the spine, lift the sternum and shoulder blades down. So already in this position, you may feel a gentle stretch on the left groin and thigh. Okay. Keeping, as much as you can, the left knee in line with the hip, so it's not that. It is just whoop, this. Push with your right foot against the ground and feel that the right side of your hip pushes just a little bit forward, and that's good. Belly in. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward. Lift your left arm up. And keeping the control of your belly, of your hips, and still pushing with your right foot against the ground. Move the left hand to the right. Feel the stretch on the left side of your torso. Push the left thumb back and look up. 3 breaths. And still pushing with the foot against the ground. Lift also the right arm parallel to the ground. And come back up. Lower your arms. Let's move to the other side. Straighten your left leg, left foot roughly at 45 degrees, right knee right under your hip, belly in, lift the pubis up, start pushing with your left foot against the ground. Feel the activation of your left hip when you push the foot down. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward, lift the right arm up, and start moving to the left. Feel the stretch on the right side of it also. Push the right thumb back. 3 breaths. And still pushing with your left foot against the ground. Lift the left arm roughly parallel to the ground. 3 breaths. Come back up and lower your arms. Okay, now put your knees toward the middle of the mat. Straighten your right leg to the side, just like we did before. Keeping the foot roughly at 45 degrees, but now I want you to put your left hand down on the ground. Okay, there. Belly in, push the hip gently forward, but keeping the navel toward the spine. Lift the right arm up, palm of the hand facing left, and really slowly start moving the hand down. Push the thumb back, look up. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, come back to the starting position. And change side. Straighten your left leg, left foot roughly at 45 degrees, belly in, lift the pubis, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, smile. Okay, now put your right hand down on the ground. Push the hip forward, lift your left arm up, and gently start moving the hand to the right. Push the thumb back and look up. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, come back to the starting position. Seat on your heels again. And create circles with your hips under the spine. Turn also on the other side. Now, sit in a cross-legged position, just like we did at the beginning. We're gonna do the same position that we did at the beginning, but with a small difference. But the small difference can be felt quite a bit. So the idea is to do this stretch. But now we're gonna do it in 3 different versions. The first one, while we are in this position, I want you to focus on breathing in this part. So thoracic breath, especially on the side that we are stretching. So the first version is just that. Focusing on this part. The second version is inhaling deeply and holding the breath with full lungs. While keeping the breath, we enter the position. So we're not going to stay there for ages. We're just going to stay there for a brief moment. So I wanted to focus on the feelings and on the perfect position. Perfect. Is that just a way of saying that? So inhale, hold your breath, and you move. You're going to feel, I want you to feel the stretch in this area. The third version, then we're going to do it together. The third version is harder because we're going to hold the breath, but with empty lungs. And we're going to enter exactly the same position. So the feelings will be completely different in the three versions. I really wanted to feel the difference in stretch with the three versions. Obviously, the last version, since we have just a tiny bit of tiny amount of air into our lungs, we won't stay there for ages, just for a few seconds. So really focus on entering the good position. It's just that. Okay, so left hand outside of your right knee. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, lift your right arm up. Enter the position, so keep on pushing the right knee down. And then focus on breathing on the upper chest to the right. And come back to the starting position. Ruth, for you, is it hard to cross the arm because you did it like this? Okay, yes, that's good. That's perfect. Well, you can do the other version. It's not a big problem. So now, left hand outside of your right knee, so crossing. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down. Lift the right arm up. Inhale deeply, hold your breath, and enter the pose. And back to the starting position. Become aware of different feelings. Maybe not really hard, but you can feel something different. So I wanted to become aware of everything. Now, the hard version. Inhale. Exhale as much as you can. Hold your breath with empty lungs. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down. Lift your right arm and stretch. And enter the position, the starting position again. If you empty your lungs, the more you empty your lungs, the more you will feel a stretch even on your throat. And if you do it quite deeply, you may have the same effect that I did. That is, you will need to cough. And it's normal. So now close your eyes and just try and feel the difference between right and left side. Okay, now let's move to the other side. So, right hand outside of your left knee. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, lift your left arm up. Enter the position and breathe deeply on the left side of your chest. And back to center. Now we're gonna do it with full lungs. So inhale as deep as you can. Hold your breath, enter the position and stretch. And back to the starting position. Now let's get prepared for the third version, the empty lungs one. Remember that the more you empty your lungs, you're not underwater, so you can breathe in case you really need to breathe. You're not underwater, you can do it. But try and play with your comfort zone. So exhale more than usual. So inhale, exhale more than usual. Empty your lungs as much as you can. Put your right hand on the side of your left knee. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, and enter the pose. And back to the starting position. Obviously, the more you empty your lungs, the less you will stay in the pose. But the more you empty your lungs, the more you will feel the stretch and different feelings activating. Hands over the knees, create circles with your hips under the spine again. Turn also on the other side. Good. Now, tabletop position. Even then, I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna do it together later. So we're gonna enter Adho Mukha Svanasana. This is something that you know you don't need to focus a lot on that. But then I wanted to put both feet together. Wanted to lift one leg as much as you can, and then roll the leg outward, bend the knee, and stretch. So the idea is to stretch from the thigh all the way up to the armpit. Okay? You can do it. It's not that hard. Just breathe for a few seconds because I need to open to the dog again. Because it's not that sunny, isn't it? She's my boss. So, hands down. Roll the arms outward. Keep the shoulder blades as much as you can over the waist. Tuck your toes under. Inhale deeply and enter Adho Mukha Svanasana. There. Move the 2 feet together. Lift your right leg up. Bend your knee. Push the knee to the left and stretch. 3 breaths. And down, all the way down. You can enter child pose. Stay there for 3 breaths. The end of the 3rd breath, tabletop position again. Adho Mukha Svanasana again. Put the 2 feet together. Now lift your left leg up, bend your knee, and keeping the knee as much as you can high, move it to the right, stretching the left side of your torso, of your body. And back. Child pose. Tabletop position again. Walk back with with your knees just a tiny bit. Take your toes under. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. And with the exhalation, lean forward to enter the plank. If you need to, you can adjust your hands and feet. Push your heel back. And again, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Plank. And Adho Mukha Svanasana. Plank. And Adho Mukha Svanasana. Put your knees down. Put your elbows down. Plank. From this position, put your feet together. Now, lean on the left arm and lift your right arm. Side plank. If possible, put your feet one above the other and push the hip up. Yes, that's good. Change side. Push the hip up and lift the left arm. Stay there. And back to center. Tabletop position again. Tap your toes under. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Walk back with your hands. Unwind your spine and come back up. Come up. In the middle of the mat with your feet wide. Belly in. Lift your pubis. Lift your sternum, shoulder blades down. Put your left hand in contact with the left side of your leg. Lift the right arm up. Keep the belly in. And really slowly start leaning to the left. As much as you can. Come back to the starting position and change side. So right hand on the right side of your leg. Lift the left arm up and start leaning to the right. Stay there. And back to the starting position. Now, hands on the waist. Move the hip, right and left. Move the hips. Just move the hips. Gently. But allow more and more movement to the hips. The more the hips are free to move, the less you will have problems on the lumbar spine and on the hips. Because actually with this easy movement, you just put in more, it's just like you put some oil in the joints. Because you put actually more blood into the joints. So yeah, they will move easier. Okay, now we're gonna use the same movement this movement with the stretch that we did before. So now tilt your hip to the left. So the right side is lower than the left side. So you will feel normally a gentle stretch on the hip. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down. Put your left hand outside of your right of your left leg. Lift the right arm up and lean to the right. Now I want you to push the right hand to the right actively. So you will feel that you stretch a little bit deeper. So push the hand to the right even more. And come back to the starting position. Let's stay inside. So now tilt your hip to the right. So the left side is higher than the right one. Right hand inside of your right leg. Lift the left arm up. Stretch. And now push the hand, the left hand, to the right as much as you can. Deepen the stretch. And back to center. Big toes touching, heels gently apart. Lift your heels and down. 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 Lift your heels down. One more time. Lift your heels down. Now, since this one was a little bit too easy, we're going to do another version. So, I want you to. Okay. Lift your heels, bend your knees, lift your, straighten your knees and down. Heels, knee, knee, heel. Lift your heels, bend your knee, straighten your leg, lower your heels. Up, down, 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 up, down. Okay, that's good. So with this simple movement, we just activated several areas of our feet. So we're activating some organs due to the reflexology. In case, you can also do it next to a wall, just to have a bit of stability, in case you want to do it again. Okay? Now, close your eyes and find some roots. With your eyes closed, spread your toes and push your toes down to the ground. Visualize some roots starting on your feet and going deep down into the earth. Your feet are rooted, but I want you to lift your body up as much as you can. Still keeping the feet down to the ground, completely rooted. Imagine that you are just like a beautiful tree with big roots, so stable. Then moving up to the sky, taking the energies of the sun, of the sky. So rooted, stable, but connected to the higher energies. And given this connection, given this position, start relaxing your body without losing the position, but allowing the muscles of your body to become softer. Once the muscles soft, the energies will flow easier. So you may even feel your body moving a little bit more. But you're still rooted. You're still stable. Even if those energies are actually moving your whole body. Your feet are rooted, but your head is up into the sky, connected. Really slowly. With your eyes closed, lift your arms up to the sky and put the palm of the hand in contact. Yes, good. Now, still with your eyes closed, if possible, push your hips to the right, and on the meantime, put your hands to the left. Like you want to create a sort of moon shape. Come back to the center. And now move the hip to the left and the hand to the right. Back to center. Lower your arms. Find your stability again. And if you want, you can keep your eyes closed. Otherwise, just open your eyes and enter Shavasana. You can take everything you will need to be comfortable in Shavasana. Just for the first moments of Shavasana, focus on right and left side. Focus on the stretch that we did. We kind of freed our lateral lines in order to allow more energies to flow freely. We balanced our Shiva and Shakti, our Yin and Yang, our feminine and masculine energies. Trying to balance the creativity with the organization. Trying to balance the two forces that allow our life to flow. At the end of Shavasana, I'm going to chant a mantra. And at the end of the mantra, I'm going to guide you out of the pose. Till that moment, just relax. Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Slowly, start wiggling your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Bend your knees, roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before sitting comfortably for the count of 3 on. Keep your spine straight yet relaxed. Put your thumb and the finger together with the palm of the hand facing the sky or the ground, or you can keep one hand on your chest to feel the vibration that it will create with your arm. Keep your eyes closed, face relaxed, neck, shoulders, arms relaxed. Inhale deeply. Put your hands in prayer position in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.